Hey everybody, Lorelia here coming to you with a video today. Want to talk about the current climate of credit and funding during the time of a pandemic. And why do I want to talk about credit during these times of uncertainty? People are living in fear and people just think pretty much the world has stopped. And although there are some people who may be hurting financially, mentally, as well as health wise, today I talk to you about why credit is still available. Now, understand, I'm speaking from a place of right here in the Northeast, in the tri state area, which consists of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are still under strict quarantine in terms of nothing has opened up. I think New Jersey, the state that I'm currently in, is actually leading in regards to those who are perishing from this so called virus. Um, and why would I be talking about credit and anything that has to do with funding during these times of people thinking we live in a time of doom and gloom? Well, let me assure you, um, credit is necessary to keep the economy going. That is why right now you have several economic stimulus that have come out of the CARES Act to be able to stimulate the economy. And what do I mean? Um, if you've seen any of my past videos, I've been talking a lot about the PPP program and how business owners, as well as individuals, freelancers, gig economy folks can take advantage of those opportunities. But along with that, with all that being said, many people are still in a state of, well, I'm not sure, because what was it, a few weeks ago, Wells Fargo as well as J.P. Morgan said that um, they're not underwriting any more home equity loans. And so people are now wondering, okay, well, where does that leave me? Where does that leave me in regards to still having access to funding, especially those who have built lines of credit, home equity loans, business lines of credit? What does that mean? Are they going to shrink? And my answer to that, and I'm no Nostradamus, I'm not somebody who's going to predict what is going on with the state of the economy. But this is what I do know, that money is always, and credit or what have you, is always going to be circulating. But the thing now, more than ever, and in the past, I've talked about this, I've talked about individuals who want to take a shortcut when it comes to getting access to credit, funding, etc., whether it's your personal or business. See, now we are in the times now where it's going to really take some work. Because what happens is that, let me explain to you. When times are good, let's just say pre-recession, pre-pandemic, lending was a little looser. In terms of credit scores, may not have had to be as high. You've heard me talk about the sweet spot of 680. Um, as well as even those I've seen, even in what I do with the business funding, even those who had high utilizations, they were able to get bridge funding to be able to pay off those debts. So there was a lot of wiggle room when it comes to lending. But now that the pendulum has swung, and now we are really post pandemic, or still in pandemic, or post recession, or currently in a recession, what happens is that lending still does exist, but it is shrinking. And what I mean by shrinking, in terms of there's not a lot of wiggle room. What matters now is that if you do have a 680, you better be a solid 680. What do I mean? No high utilizations, good credit mix. About a year ago, I had a lot of people, and I got to put this phone down because my arm is killing me. I had a lot of people who were coming to me who supposedly recently went through credit repair. And really what it was that it was credit sweeps. What happens is that a person supposedly works on your credit and has everything taken off of your credit. And this video is not to talk about a credit sweeps good or not, but it pretty much puts you, the consumer, in a bad place. Because what a lot of people do not know, that we are now in the age of AI. When I said lending post recession, what is lending and credit going to be like after the recession? Now you are going to see what I mean when I say, last year I talked a lot about AI. I talked about how your behavior, your financial behavior, will dictate the amount of lending and money that you get. Did you hear me? Your behavior, because AI is based on the behavior. It is a software. So gone are the days. I'm even going to go as far as even the landscape of how credit is disputed, how credit is repaired. All that is going to change. Currently, I've been doing a lot of live webinars that FICO has been hosting. FICO is the scoring algorithm that is used by Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And they are very heavy into AI. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that lending is still available. There is still money available. I know right here in my local market in New Jersey, for real estate investors, hard money lenders are still lending. They've even said the criteria may be a little different in terms of your reserves or what have you. And that's why what I do with helping people get access to funding, helping people get access to more personal credit, more business credit, will help to fill in those areas of where reserves may be high. And so now more than ever, you cannot take shortcuts with your credit. The individuals who are teaching the shortcuts, and if you are a person who are taking part in the shortcuts, you're going to notice that you are going to be at a screeching halt. I mean, at a halt. You're going to notice nothing is really pretty much working for you. And then one may ask, well, Aurelia, you know what? You said all this credit is available, all this funding is available, but I can't seem to get access to any. The reason why many individuals will not get access to the credit and funding and be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming up the pipeline is because of the shortcuts. Because AI, artificial intelligence, is smarter than me. It's smarter than any human. So if you're listening to humans out there who are in the credit space, who are in the credit repair space, that's in the credit restoration space, and they're telling you that they are smarter than AI, you better run. Because this scoring algorithm is much more smarter than you. It is being used by lenders. It is being used by banks. It is being used by fintech. It is being used by the bureaus. And you best to believe you're not that smart. Don't believe the hype. But so one may say, well, Lori, it's all lost. No, all is not lost. It's just that you got to know the new rules of the game. How are you going to maneuver post recession? Even in regards to the stimulus, the economic stimulus money that has been put out in the marketplace. Many people thought with the EDIL was that grant given by Treasury, funneled through the SBA. Many people thought that was a free money. They thought it was a free government giveaway. And I'm not one to say that those people were falsifying those records, but best to believe that If you said you made the money you said, what ended up happening? Now, which just came out a week later, Department of Justice said that they are going after consumers or business owners who falsified to be able to get access to funding. So what does that mean? It means that you cannot fake behavior. There's no way that you have been economically destitute, and then when it's time for you to get funding, all of a sudden you are a financial superstar. Now, don't get me wrong. Can individuals make mistakes and recover? Yes, but there's a progression. And that is what I'm saying. Artificial intelligence, AI, is all about measuring the human behavior. And that takes time. You don't go from A to Z in just a matter of days. Doesn't happen. It takes time. So I want to leave you with this. All is not lost. Now more than ever is when, if you're truly that person who wants to leverage credit during these times of economic uncertainty, you want to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming down the pipeline. Now is the time to be a student. Now is the time. If you are really still listening to shortcuts, tricks of the trade, like I said, individuals who want to convince you and have you to believe that they are smarter than AI, you are going to lose the race. You are going to lose the race. And that is why now, during these times of uncertainty, I'm putting more content out. I'm doing more webinars. If you are on my email communication list, you do get the information of all the stuff that I am putting out, so that you can become a student of this information. Many people who move forward with having the 15-minute consultations with me, they're always wondering, how can I get funding? How? And I'm gonna be frank enough to say that 90% of the people who reach out to me, who find me here on this platform, YouTube, are not funding ready. And if you think that it's just a matter of just improving your credit, that is only, my phone rang. That is just only one piece of it. It's a whole bunch of other parts, and bigger than that. What a lot of people don't understand is I'm teaching you and giving you the playbook. I don't want you to be at the mercy of you depending on what lenders can give you. I want you to be economically conscious enough, financially smart enough to be able to go out and get the lending yourself. That's why I tell people, do I have a Rolodex to assist you for you to be able to get the money that you want from the lenders that I've built relationships with? Of course. But I also want to show you how you can go out there and get it yourself. Because there are lenders that are in your geographic market that I'm not going to know about. And how are you going to get access to those funds if you don't know the playbook? If you don't know how to play by the rules? Now that we are we're pretty much going into post-pandemic, post-recession. So this is what I want to tell you. Get access to my access to capital for 2020. If you go to bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com, you get access to that webinar. There, you're going to learn when I am putting together webinars, teaching you the tricks of the trade, the playbook, how to get access to funding, and what have you. You will be first in line to know when all this stuff is rolling out. So I want to leave you with that. Like I said, go to BizCredit, yourmoneymentor.com, and I will talk to you in the next video.